You've been told your whole life that sugar is the main culprit behind diabetes. That cutting desserts, sodas, and junk food is the key to keeping your blood sugar healthy. But what if I told you there's a way your body can develop insulin resistance without you even touching a single bite of cake, without one spoonful of sugar? In fact, it can start while you're sitting in traffic, lying awake at night, or even worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, and it begins in your brain. Let me paint the picture. Imagine you're stuck in bumper to bumper traffic. You're late for an appointment, an important meeting, and every minute that passes feels like an hour. Your shoulders tighten, your jaws clench, your breathing gets shallow, your brain is sensing danger, even though you're not facing any type of physical threat. And it flips on your ancient survival program. This is the same system that kept our ancestors alive when a predator was nearby. Here's the physiology, the stress response. When that system turns on, your brain signals your adrenal glands, these small but powerful glands that sit on top of our kidneys, to release cortisol, the primary stress hormone. And cortisol's mission simply is to make sure you have this quick fuel ready in your bloodstream so you can fight or run. And to do this, it tells your liver to dump that stored sugar called glycogen into your blood. And this is a brilliant design. If you're sprinting away from a lion, your muscles burn through that sugar instantly and your body resets. But here's the problem. In modern life, your lions are traffic jams, work deadlines, arguments, financial worries, or scrolling through the bad news at midnight. You're not running, you're sitting. You're not fighting, you're thinking. That sugar is still in your blood with nowhere to go. And when we look at insulin's role, your body can't leave all that sugar floating around because high blood sugar is toxic to your cells. So your pancreas steps in and releases insulin, the hormone that acts like a key to let that sugar inside your cells. But here's where the danger starts. If cortisol level spikes are happening often, every day, multiple times a day, your pancreas keeps pumping out insulin over and over. I want you to think of insulin like a doorbell. At first, when someone rings it, you hear it and respond immediately. But what if that doorbell rings nonstop all day long? Eventually, you stop reacting. You tune it out. That's exactly what your cells do with insulin when it's constantly knocking. They stop responding as strongly. This is called insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is the root cause of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. And why this matters even if you eat clean. This means you could be eating a clean, low sugar, healthy diet and still develop insulin resistance if your stress stays high. Cortisol doesn't care whether you've had dessert. It will raise your blood sugar either way. And over time, this can lead to the same metabolic damage as someone who eats processed sugar every single day. But it doesn't stop there. Chronic cortisol release just doesn't push your blood sugar up. It also changes where your body stores fat, favoring the deep viscera around the abdominal area, those organs that drives inflammation and worsens metabolic health. It raises your blood pressure by making your arteries more sensitive to adrenaline. It interferes with your sleep, which ironically makes insulin resistance worse the next day. It's a vicious loop. Stress raises cortisol, cortisol raises sugar, sugar demands insulin, and constant insulin leads to insulin resistance. Think about your last week. How many times did you feel tense, rushed, or on the edge? How many of those moments ended with physical movement? And how many ended with you just sitting still? Most of us are triggering our stress responses without any outlet for the energy. And it's important that you break this cycle. And how do you protect yourself? You can't eliminate all stress because life will never be that neat, but you can change how your body responds to it. And here's what works. You want to interrupt those patterns. The moment you feel your stress rising, stand up, take a short walk, burn it off, even if it's just around the living room. This uses some of that sugar your liver just released. And breath resets. One simple method is a 4-6-4 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds in the nose, hold for 6, exhale for 4 out of your mouth. This signals your nervous system to shift from that fight or flight, that sympathetic mode, to the parasympathetic mode, the rest and digest mode, to keep you wound down. Sleep discipline. Keep a consistent bedtime and avoid screens an hour before bed to help that cortisol naturally drop at night. Regular movement, like exercise, is the most important way to make your cells more sensitive to insulin again, especially resistance training and brisk walking after meals. So here's the takeaway. If you want to protect yourself from diabetes, yes, you need to cut that excessive processed sugars and carbs. But also remember that your brain and your stress response can hijack your metabolism without a single bite of dessert. Lowering your stress isn't just about feeling calm. It's about protecting your heart, your blood vessels, and your future. You don't just eat right, think right, breathe right, and move right. Your metabolism is listening to every signal that you send it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please share it with your friends and family. Leave your comments below, and most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandel.